External effects. If you've ever wanted to connect a hardware unit to your M32 or X32 console but never tried it because it seems complicated, it's not. It's relatively easy, and I'm going to show you how to do it on the main left and right, on a bus, and on a channel. Now, although physically connecting the unit to the console is the same for all three, inside the console you have to do different things for each one: the main left and right, the bus, and the channel. So if you assume that you can just learn how to do it on one of them and it will be the same for the rest, it's not, and you're definitely gonna face problems. These problems are either phasing or feedback, and you don't want any of that. So let's get into it. Now, if you want to use that external hardware, you have to make the signal pass through it, right? So if you think about the signal flow, you're gonna send the signal out of the console into the input of that unit, out of this unit, back into the console. Now, this is an old amplifier that doesn't even work, but that's what I got right here, so I'm just using it for the sake of demonstration for this video. So just assume that it's an EQ or a compressor or an external effects unit. It's fine, the same concept still applies. Step number one is get a cable and plug it into the aux out. So we're getting the signal out of the console. Step number two is plug that same cable into the input of the unit. Now it's going in. Step number three is get another cable and plug it into the output of the unit. Now we're getting it out of the unit. Step number four is that cable, plug it into the aux in. So it's going out, into the unit, out of the unit, back into the console. So first of all, let's see how to insert that hardware unit into the main mix, the main left and right. For the main left and right, I want a stereo unit, right? So I'm gonna get the signal out of the console from aux out 1 and aux out 2 into that unit and back into the console with aux in 1 and aux in 2. Good. Now I'm gonna go right here and select left and right, go to the home page and go to the configuration page, and right here it says insert. So I'm gonna scroll down till I find aux 1 and connect it. Now nothing happened. Why? Because I still need to insert it. So I'm gonna turn on the insert and the signal goes away. Now why it goes away? Because I don't have a unit plugged in, otherwise it would still be going on. And also, if it's pre or post processing, so this is EQ and compression, right here you can see this is the insert if it's before the EQ and compression or after it. With the main left and right, it doesn't matter, it's always after it. So the EQ and compression always take effect even if you're putting an insert. Now, if you use a software insert from inside the console and you assign it to the main left and right, so I'm gonna do right here, this is now on the main left and right, it automatically disengages the hardware insert. You see now it's assigned to effects 8. We're not done yet, because right now it does work, but you still risk feedback. You could accidentally cause a disaster. So here's how to eliminate that risk. This is just so you can see a signal on the meters and understand what's actually going on. So I'm gonna plug aux out 1 to aux in 1 and nothing in between, so it's out and back in, and I'm gonna run pink noise through that. So I have pink noise on channel number 16 and it's going to the main left and right. Now I'm gonna select the main left and right, go to the home page, go to the right to the configuration page, and right here I have the insert. I'm gonna say that I want aux 1 to be the insert and insert it. Now you can see I only have the left signal, the right one is gone. Why? Because I'm plugging into the aux 1 only, I'm not using the second aux. And if you choose aux 1 or aux 2 just for the main left and right, the console automatically understands that 1 is gonna be left and 2 is gonna be right. If you're using 3 and 4, 3 is gonna be left and 4 is gonna be right. Okay, so only the odd with the even next to it, not 2 and 3. Okay, that's for the main left and right. Also, the important thing is the following. The aux in is coming here, right? So it's going out and back into the aux in, and that is the aux in. Now the aux in, first of all, you have to link it because it's a stereo unit, it's a stereo insert. So link this with this. I assume you already know how to do this. If you don't know, select it, go to the home page, and make sure it's linked. Okay, now if you raise this, this will cause a problem. It will feed back. So you're gonna lower these faders, and to make sure that you don't accidentally raise them, select this one and turn off the main stereo to remove them from the main mix. So let's quickly recap what you have to do if you wish to use an external insert with the main left and right. First of all, of course, you have to plug the insert to the aux out and back into the aux in. Then you're going to select the main left and right, go to the home page, scroll over to the configuration page, and under the insert section, select the aux that you plugged into. If it's 1 and 2, you can either choose 1 or 2, and the console will understand that 1 is for left and 2 is for right. If it's 3 and 4, either 3 or 4. If it's 5 and 6, either 5 or 6. So 1, 2 together, 3, 4 together, 5, 6 together. After you choose which one you plugged into, you're gonna turn on the insert button to activate the insert so it works. Then you're gonna select the aux fader and turn off the main stereo button to remove it from the main left and right so it doesn't feed back. And also the insert doesn't matter if it's pre-processing or post-processing, the EQ and compression on the main left and right will always take effect. And one last thing is that if you engage a software insert inside the console, it will disengage the hardware insert. You can't have both of them at the same time. Now let's go to a channel. By the way, if this is being helpful so far, hit the like button. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Let's continue. I have pink noise running through that channel, so I'm gonna select it and go to the home page, then scroll over to the configuration page, and right here in the insert section, I'm gonna choose aux1 because that's where I plugged the insert. And in this case, it doesn't matter if the insert button is on or off. It works anyway, unlike the main left and right. It works regardless of this, if it's turned on or off. Now, this will come back on aux number 1, right? Because I'm sending it out of aux 1 and back into aux 1. So if I raise this fader, it will not feed back, but it will phase, and this sounds terrible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the channel, select it, and turn off the main stereo button. So I removed that channel from the main mix, but now the fader of the channel is the aux itself. Cool. Now, if I go back to the channel and I put on it some EQ, compression, gate, low cut, everything takes effect. In the case of a channel, unlike the main left and right, the position of the insert does matter. So if the insert is at the end, everything on the channel takes effect. If the insert is before the EQ and compression, everything before the insert takes effect. And the EQ and compression are useless now. Okay, so the gain, the polarity, the delay, the low cut, the gate, everything is taking effect. And in case you have a stereo channel, so you have 2 channels that are stereo linked, one for the left, one for the right, you have to actually assign the insert for each one of them, even if they are linked. It's not enough to assign just the one or just the 2 like the main left and right. Okay, so let's say that this is a stereo channel. So I'm gonna select channel number 9 and link it to channel number 10. This is stereo linked right now, and I'm gonna go to the home page of channel number 9, swipe over to the configuration and choose aux1. Now, if I select channel number 10, although they are linked, there's nothing on channel number 10, so I have to assign to it aux2. Okay, so now 9 is the left aux1 and 10 is the right aux2. Cool. And also, if I assign a software insert to that channel, it will also disengage the hardware insert. You can't have both. Let's do a quick recap for the channel. First of all, of course, plug the insert into the console from the aux out back into the aux in. Then select the channel, go to the configuration page, and under the insert section, choose the aux that you plugged into. And it doesn't matter if you turn on or off the insert button, it will work anyway. Now the channel is coming back on the aux that you plugged into, and that aux is going to the main mix. And also the channel itself is going to the main mix. They are both going, so it will phase. So what you need to do is select the channel and remove it from the main mix by turning off the main stereo button. And also the position of the insert does matter. So if it's before the EQ and compression, the EQ and compression will not take effect. If it's after them, everything on the channel will take effect. And of course, if you engage a software insert, it will disengage the hardware insert. Now let's do the bus. I have pink noise running through that channel, and I'm sending that channel into this bus. Now when it comes to buses and inserts, it's very similar to how you would do it with channels, but you don't have to worry about feedback or phasing unless you are doing it intentionally. Okay, so I'm gonna select the bus, go to the configuration page, and under the insert section, I'm gonna select the aux where I plugged the insert. And as you can see, I have now signal on the main left and right. Why? The bus itself is not on the main left and right, but the aux that is coming back from the insert is on the main left and right. Cool. Now, also like the channel, if the insert button is turned on or off, it doesn't matter. It works anyway, but the position of the insert does matter. Okay, so if you have it after the EQ and compression, they will take effect. If you have it before the EQ and compression, they will not take effect. And also if you use a software insert on that bus, it will disengage the hardware insert. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put this insert on bus number 9. Insert it disengaged the hardware insert. And also similar to the channels, if you have two buses that are stereo linked, one to the left and one to the right, you have to assign the insert to each one of them. So I have this stereo bus. I will select bus number 9 and link it to bus number 10. And this is a stereo linked bus right now. I'm gonna select the bus and go to the home page and then go to the configuration page and say that aux1 is the insert. Now, if I select the other bus that is linked to it, nothing is on it. So I'm gonna also have to select aux2 and confirm. Now, the left has aux1 and the right has aux2. Good. Now, when it comes to phasing and feedback, if you have your buses on the main left and right, this is turned on, and also the aux is going to the main left and right, it will phase. Okay, so make sure that always your bus is not on the main left and right. Only one source is coming, and that's the aux. Okay, and also if you accidentally hit the flip fader button while the bus is selected and send the aux to the bus, it will feedback. So don't do that. Let's do a quick recap for the bus. First of all, of course, plug your insert into the console from the aux out back into the aux in, then select your bus, go to the configuration page, and under the insert section, choose the aux that you plugged into. And it doesn't really matter if the insert button is turned on or off, it will work anyway, but the position of the insert does matter. So if the insert is before EQ and compression will not take effect. If it's after the EQ and compression, they will take effect. And if you engage a software insert, it will disengage the hardware insert on that bus. Now, when it comes to phasing and feedback, you don't have these problems unless you intentionally put the bus on the main left and right. Then both the aux and the bus are together, so they will phase. Don't do that. And as for feedback, if you accidentally send that same aux to the bus, it will feedback. So make sure you don't do that. Okay, wow. If you didn't hit the like button already, just do it right now. I mean, you're still watching. This probably helped you. Anyway, if you use software inserts inside the console and effects, which you probably do, effects returns are kind of weird and they don't work the way you expect them to work. So click on this video right here to learn how the effects returns are related to the effects buses and how they are related to the effects themselves. Click right here and I'll see you in the next video.